Hello and welcome to 4Music Presents. Placebo will be playing tracks live in this studio tonight from their new album, Meds, and I'll be chatting to Bran Molko, one of the most intriguing men in rock music. Placebo are quite simply one of the most consistent bands in the world. They've been together for 10 years, they've sold over 6 million albums, and this, live, is their new single, Because I Want You.
Fall into you is all I seem to do when I hit the bottle, 'cause I'm afraid to be alone. Tear us in two is all it seems to do. As the anger fades, this house is no longer a home. Don't give up on the dream, don't give up on the wanting, and everything that's true. Don't give up on the dream, don't give up on the wanting, because I want you to, because I want you to, because I want you to, because I want you, because I want you. Stumble into you is all I ever do. My memory's hazy and I'm afraid to be alone. Tear us in two is all it's gonna do. As the headache fades, this house is no longer a home. Don't give up on the dream, don't give up on the wanting, and everything that's true. Don't give up on the dream, don't give up on the wanting, 'cause I want you to, 'cause I want you to, 'cause I want you to, 'cause I want you, 'cause I want you, 'cause I want you to, 'cause I want you to, 'cause I want you, 'cause I want you. Fall into you is all I ever do when I hit the bottle, 'cause I'm afraid to be alone. Tear us into, tear us into, tear us into, because I want you to, because I want you to, because I want you, because I want you, because I want you to, because I want you to, because I want you, because I want you.
Placebo live on 4Music, and Bran joins me now. In fear of turning it into an interview about fashion, that's a rather dashing jacket.
Thank you, thank you. It's my favourite. I absolutely love it. A bit of distressed leather never goes amiss. Yeah.
Now you're known in many quarters as being an awkward interview. Is it that, or do you not suffer fools gladly?
No, I think I basically did a lot of interviews very hungover, you know, in the early days. So I mean, anybody's awkward in that state. You know, I've kind of I've learned a bit since then. So
Because I Want You then, as the first single, it hints at a very honest, mature Placebo lyricism in this album. Less convoluted subjects, less abrasive subjects, and very kind of intimate.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I went into the studio to write these lyrics, I was having a bit of writer's block, and I was having a real hard time because I really wanted to go through a process of change. I looked back on what I'd done before, and I found it really gimmicky. And so I just wanted to leave the medicine cabinet behind, you know, and use everyday words and words that everybody could understand, but still communicate something that's, you know, hopefully deep.
You say gimmicky, but Placebo, their strength early on was that it wasn't gimmicky. The subjects were risky, but you always felt that it was a very natural thing for you to be singing about.
We were just fighting against what we'd become famous for, I suppose. But now I think we feel really comfortable about, you know, what we represent and who the band is, and just very, very at ease with ourselves. I think, you know, with a band, we try to be so many things at once, and on this record, we just kind of decided to just be a rock band again.
You always draw such admiration from massive artists, and on this album, it sees you working with people who, again, you know, massive names who are admirers of Placebo. Michael Stipe this time?
Michael Stipe's a hero of mine. I mean, he had such a huge influence on the development of my singing voice, you know, as a teenager. When I discovered that I had a voice, it was very, very much about R.E.M. for me. And so just to actually pin him down and get him into the studio, you know, was just a remarkable thing and another dream come true. I think Broken Promise, which is the song that Michael duets on, is very, very interesting because it's a song about adultery and it's two men talking to each other. So, you know, it kind of takes it out of the realm of the cliche as far as a song about adultery is concerned, and there are thousands of them. And with Michael, we've kind of got the best of the old school, but then with Meds as well, we've got the best of the new school with Alison Mosshart, a.k.a. Vivi from The Kills, one of my favourite rock bands, you know.
Oh, OK. If you ask Vivi from The Kills to play on the album, she's going to be honoured. Let's face it, she'll get the bus to come and record in Placebo's album. How do you ask Michael Stipe to record in your album? It's not Michael Stipe at Yahoo.com.
Well, it started off with a text message, you know,
Brilliant.
Which then was followed up with an email, and then just, you know, backwards and forwards from there, you know, modern technology.
What is his email address? Is it like michaelstipe@hotmail.com or something?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
Because I would imagine what would happen is your fans would get that email first, and then he would be more like Michael Stipe 1258.
Michael Stripe.
So Michael Stipe,
Blue
I changed
Stripe,
it slightly,
yeah.
yes, or something like that. I mean, it comes from a long list of people. You played on stage with David Bowie. That must be remarkable. So many comparisons between yourselves and Bowie's music. That must be something that just must blow you away even today.
Well, yeah, particularly when you're like a 22-year-old musician who hasn't even signed a record deal, and then all of a sudden you find yourself going from small clubs in Camden to a 8,000-seater place in Italy, you know, and then you meet David Bowie. It's just like, it's completely surreal, and you haven't even recorded your first album yet.
And he knows you.
Yeah, somehow, you know, it's just, it's very weird, but, you know, it's kind of, there's always a voice in your head, you know, which tells you that you're pretty dodgy, you know.
You're going to get found out.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, that somebody's going to figure it out. But when things like that happen, the voice is quieted for a little while, you know.
Right, let's get Brian back to the stage where he belongs. I think, if you ask me, I'm not the record exec, but this should be a single. From the album Meds, live on 4 Music, this is Song to Say Goodbye.